Hey everyone, I am Gary of the Elysiums. Welcome back to a new CD purchases video. But as always, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, like this video, share this video. All that stuff helps support my channel. I greatly appreciate it. And I just want to say I appreciate everyone watching these new CD purchases video. It is the reason I keep making these is because of the love and all the views from you guys, and it's greatly appreciated. Otherwise I would just be throwing them on the shelf, putting them back in order. But I decided that I want to make these videos. I want to show off my new stuff, and I like to do this before I organize it. Takes a couple hours to actually put this stuff in alphabetical and chronological order, but it helps me with my OCD. So here's the stack I have. Nice little mixture as always. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. First up is Soft Cell with Nonstop Erotic Cabaret. Sorry, this glare is really bothering it. So this CD, why do I have so much glare today? This CD, I kind of shocked that I didn't have it. So, I had to pick it up and I saw it. This is just the original pressing. Nothing special about it, not the remastered edition. I definitely will be picking up the remastered edition because it does feature that 12-inch version of Tainted Love into Where Did I Love Go, which, I absolutely love that. I think it's a great cover. But yeah, happy to have this in my collection, 1981 release. Next up, I saw this for $2, so I decided to pick it up. Bryan Adams' Anthology. I do have most of his studio albums, especially the ones that were featured on this. This is 1980 to 2005 compilation, but with 36 tracks, I feel like it would be cool just to throw it on and just go about it, just listen to it instead of listen to all the studio albums, which I do like to do. But yeah, I think it's cool because obviously you get to hear every different year from Bryan and the different albums, all on over 2 discs. Next up, this one is something I thought I had but I didn't. It's Mighty Rearranger by Robert Plant and The Strange Sensation. Robert Plant, obviously the lead singer of Led Zeppelin. This is another one in his solo canon. What I do like about Robert Plant's solo is, I obviously don't love it as much as Led Zeppelin. I don't think any of us do. But he's not trying to sing like he did in Led Zeppelin. He's not trying to recreate Led Zeppelin. And that's something I really like about Robert Plant. He's just doing his own thing, and he knows he's not going to be able to hit those notes, most likely, that he did in his early 20s. This is a 2005 release, so this is already 20 years old. But Robert Plant is still going strong with the solo stuff. Doing a lot of stuff with Alison Krauss, too. Some bluegrass stuff, which is kind of cool. This next one, I've heard of them, Bury Your Dead. It was $1, so I decided, why not? Let's pick it up. Even though it has a $13.99 price tag on there. It must have been from the previous store. But as you can see by that overly obnoxious hype sticker there, for in the vein of Hatebreed, Pantera, and Killswitch Engage. So that was kind of the selling point for me to pick it up and check it out. I haven't listened to it yet, so curious to hear what these guys really look like, and if I can really hear the influences of, I'm sure I'll hear the influences, but is this really for a fan of Pantera, Hatebreed, and Killswitch Engage? Next is one that I needed. I think this is the last one I needed from this guy, Peter Gabriel. This is Birdie, and the glare is horrible again. Sorry about that, everybody. Music from the film. I don't know what the film Birdie is. I think I should, but I do not. But this is the remastered version. And the cool thing about Peter Gabriel is most of his remasters, they feature this little picture of the album cover on the spine, which I really like. So when I saw this, I've seen this in stores before, usually used stores. Actually, not so much Birdie. I usually see Passion, the other soundtrack he did. But when I saw this and a remastered version, I was like, yeah, I'm just going to pick it up because I need it. Next up, this is, I believe, the last studio album from the Cramps that I needed to complete my collection. Fiends of Dope Island, 2003 release. It is in this little square digipack, and everything else I have from them is in a jewel case. But whatever, it's not like you see the Cramps albums everywhere, especially this one. 13 tracks on here. There's some cool like track songs on here, so I don't really know this album, so I'm excited to listen to it. Big Black Witchcraft Rock, Papa Satan Sang Louie, Dope Fiend Boogie, She's Got Balls, Mojo Man from Mars. So like they always have very interesting song titles. Lux Interior, great vocalist and songwriter, and Poison Ivy, just one of my favorite female guitarists out there. It doesn't do anything special, but she's a great guitarist that doesn't get enough recognition. Next is Bad Religion with Suffer. I've been on kind of a little bit of a classic punk kick, 70s and 80s punk, and I own some of the stuff of Bad Religion from the 90s, but I don't own this album. This is from 88. This is a 2004 remaster edition of Suffer. I do know that this album is included in a lot of the greatest punk albums of all time, and I'm ashamed to say I don't really know this album. I know the cover, I know the title, I know it's I know it's known to be a great album. I actually don't know it, so I had to pick it up and I'll start listening to it so I could be a little more familiar with that album. Next, we have the great power metal band Halloween with Pink Bubbles Go Ape. Horrible name for an album. I don't understand what it means, and I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments what it means, and I'd appreciate it. And a horrible album cover. It's just a woman holding a fish like she's going to just deep throat it or something. I don't know. And looks like it's in like a hotel hallway or a hospital hallway. Weird cover. On the back, you got a guy with 2 eggs as eyes. No clue what's going on here. Overall, it's a very, very good album from Halloween. Obviously not as good as Keeper of the Seven Keys or, Walls of Jericho. But really good music, despite how bad the album cover looks, the album art. And there we go with the Sunny Side Up Friday guy. This next CD, I actually own in a box set of Samson, so I decided to get a standalone because it's one of those, it's an import. It's like a hard cardboard with just a single sleeve inside, so I wanted to have the actual CD in jewel case. This is Head On by Samson, featuring a lead singer by the name of Bruce, better known as Bruce Dickinson. So for those of you that are unaware, Samson is the band that Bruce Dickinson was in before, can't speak right for some reason, before Iron Maiden. This is a 1980 release, and yes, Samson is actually known as another band that helped usher in the new wave of British heavy metal. Excuse me. I got the windows open. It's nice out. I feel like the allergies are kicking in again. Next up is a really rare one to find. This is one of those Beach Boys twofer with Holland and Carl and the Passions. But this time it's on a double disc. Usually these Beach Boys twofers are featured on one disc, 2 albums on one disc. This is a twofer out of print. So I do own the Sail on Sailor, that 1972 remastered digipack 2 CD edition that the Beach Boys released a few years back, and I do own. See, I'm kind of confusing myself right now. I wanted to look in my Discogs collection to see which one I own. I definitely own one of these albums as a standalone disc. I'm pretty sure it's Carl and the Passions. But either way, one of these I don't own. And this twofer, like I said, has been out of print. It cost me $5, which is an amazing price. And, I'm happy to have it for my Beach Boys collection because this is the one album, I'm pretty sure, Holland I don't own, to complete my studio discography of the Beach Boys. So I'm very happy to find this. This is totally different. This is, I forget their names, but the Beach Boys actually got, let's see here. They got a new singer. I don't believe, I could be mistaken, I don't believe that Brian Wilson plays or sings on these albums. I think he is just a writer. But yeah, it doesn't even tell me right here. I feel stupid for not knowing the new members' names. Blondie Chaplin and Ricky Fattar. So they're the two members that were featured on these two albums and, you know, left the band after that. I don't know if they were fired or what happened. I need to brush up on my Beach Boys knowledge, apparently. So yeah, totally different sound for the Beach Boys. Definitely cool. Check it out if you haven't already. Next, I was excited to have this because I can't find my copy anywhere. Acid Bath, When the Kite String Pops, featuring that artwork of John Wayne Gacy, the serial killer. John Wayne Gacy is just a nasty, sick serial killer. This is a really strong album. Acid Bath are so underrated in my opinion. They are a metal band. However, I feel like they have a nice sludgy, grungy sound similar to Alice in Chains. That's the band I would always say that they remind me of most. And they're actually performing in concert. I think it's in March at the Starland Ballroom in Sayreville, New Jersey. Tickets for like 80 or 90 bucks, so something crazy, with Baroness opening. I'm not a Baroness fan, no matter how many times I listen to them. I respect what they do, I just can't get into the music. I do think they're amazing musicians, amazing lyricists, but I just can't get into the band. But anyway, I would love to see these guys live. I just don't know if I'm going to put out $80, $90 for it. But then again, you know, money comes and goes, and who often can you say, who often do you meet someone that says, I've seen Acid Bath live? So yeah, anyway, this is a 1994 release, remastered. Glad to have it back in my collection. Two more for you. Rock Candy reissue of the Plasmatics, Coup de I think I'm saying that wrong. Could be saying it right. Coup de features they're probably their biggest song, Put Your Love in Me. Doesn't really say love though. But yeah, cool band. Featuring Wendy O. Williams. I'm sure, hopefully you didn't see that because I'll probably get banned. Wendy O. Williams, known for her amazing lyrics, her crazy shows, and her, you know, outlandish wardrobe she would wear. But yeah, I'm excited to have this because I don't have a official studio album from Plasmatics. Actually, I do. I have Beyond the Valley of 1984. But anyway, I don't have this album, which is, you know, widely regarded as their greatest album, and, you know, one of those influencing and pioneering albums of the 80s just came out in 82. And last but not least, we have some death metal with Onslaught, Killing Peace. Really good death metal band. As you can see by the cover art there, it's, you know, again, some of these bands just just love, like, berating, you know, Jesus and God and the sacrilegious. It's just stupid. But anyway, I do like the music. I don't get into the sacrilegious and Satanism of some of this stuff. Most of the guys just do it for entertainment, and they're not even really Satanists or, you know, haters of God. A lot of them are atheists, but, you know, it's all for the thrills. But yeah, Onslaught, really good death metal band. I think I have like one or two of their albums in my collection, but I don't own this, so I was happy to pick this up. Alright everyone, that is my most recent new CD purchases video. I want to thank everyone once again for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and like I always say, please hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. It would really help my channel, and yeah, it gives me motivation to make more videos like this. Alright everyone, I will see you in the next video. Take care.